Hello, this is Jeff Bowra. This is my presentation for my marketing plan for marketing. I've chosen the aerosol odor eliminator. In this instance, I've called it Stink Be Gone. I've done everything possible to reduce the glare on my iPad for the presentation aspect for the PowerPoint. I see there's a little bit left over, but we're going to see what we can do about this. All right, so like I said, the name of the product is Stink Be Gone. Stink Be Gone is a natural, environmental, and human-friendly odor eliminator that eliminates odors at the molecular level. Our product has been around for a number of years, but recently we've decided to make a bigger foray into the media side of it, into the internet side of it, and also spoke a little bit about the mobile platform as well. So the first thing I want to show you is the sales brochure, which is a little premature, but I wanted to give you an idea of what we're working with here. Again, Stink Be Gone is a solution for removing odors from vehicles. It's a remover. It doesn't mask. It's not like a Febreze. It truly attacks it at the molecular level, removing the odor, cause of the odor at the molecular level. As a company, Stink Be Gone was a first mover in the industry some years back. Now, since then, there have been new companies that have spawned up and have sprung into the industry. A lot of these companies don't even attack the smell at the molecular level. They simply just mask it, such as a Febreze. Well, this is our sales brochure. Our target, which we'll get into a little bit further, is going to be the law enforcement arena, the national car rental arena, not national as in the brand, but national as in size, as well as the used car dealerships. And this is a sales brochure. This one in particular is built for the law enforcement agencies. And this reiterates what I've already said. Stink Be Gone was the first odor eliminator. It attacks at the molecular level. We don't mask the scent. We attack the scent and get rid of it altogether. Stink Be Gone is both environmental and human friendly. In other words, you can spray it on clothing, you can spray it on the vinyl seats, the cloth seats, the whatever the case may be. It's not going to stain, it's not going to discolor, it's not going to hurt the person that's in the clothes or the person that would sit on the seats after it's been sprayed. The next slide we're going to deal with is our marketing objective. And you cannot see the PowerPoints, but our PowerPoints, there's two of them. The first is to improve and increase sales. That's a real generic saying. Everybody wants to increase sales, but the purpose of our marketing plan is to increase sales. Whose isn't? Nobody gets into the marketing plan to drive visits or drive clicks or anything like that. It is bottom line to improve sales. The additional PowerPoint that you can't see is, but it will be in my online presentation to you for the grading. The second PowerPoint is we want to build brand awareness. We were in the industry, one of the first movers into the industry. Unfortunately, at this point, we're not a first thought merchant in the industry. There are others that have taken that away from us. One is Audubon. Audubon is the biggest player in the industry. But how do we go about doing that? The main thing that we need to do is on how we plan to build our brand and drive sales. Our marketing department is going to be organic in that we're going to be doing it ourselves. So we're going to strive to build content and implement white hat SEO tactics in order to drive clean, pure contacts to our site. We also want to drive that conversion rate from a visitor to a true contact or sales lead up. Right now we're extremely low. We'd like for it to get to at least 3%. We do that by clean SEO tactics instead of driving through Google or trick clickbait or anything like that. We want clean white hat SEO tactics. Additionally, that's pretty good right there. I think you can see that. Additionally, we also plan to implement an SQL program. so that when a visitor does come to our site and they filled out some a brochure or a request for more information, we have that information, we have their email address, and we kind of nurture them along the sales process from just a hello, I'm here to check out your website and see what it is, to the full range to sales fulfillment at the end. For the marketing plan, our SWOT, again, the SWOT, the strength, one of our strengths is that we were a first mover in the industry. So we've been around longer than most anybody else in the industry. Because of that, there's some sidebars to this, but because of that, we have a very good logistics side. We know how to deliver. We have an East Coast and West Coast manufacturing warehouse. We have all the support personnel in their roles to support the website and the mobile apps. Some of the weaknesses, though, again, we were a first mover, but we have lost touch. I'm not going to say we didn't advertise enough, but we focused on industrial and commercial. Not a whole lot of people know us right off the tip of their tongue. Most people do know Audubon, though, industry especially. The opportunities, we're small enough to be flexible. We're not like an Audubon who, they manufacture a wide range of things, but they can't bend their manufacturing process. If we had a call tomorrow that requested 40, 50 gallon drums, we could do that immediately. We can bend our manufacturing processes. We also have we are the original pioneers of the product and what it does as far as attacking the smell at the molecular level, and we also continue to develop our product line. Right now, it's in an aerosol can. It's an RTU, ready to use. But we also have the plan to do a 1 gallon, a 12 gallon, 5 gallon, and 50 gallon drum. Those can be put into a ready to use squirt bottle, and away you go. Some of the threats, it's a highly competitive industry. On top of that is a general public that's not fully aware of what our product does versus a Febreze. Febreze is simply or most of these smells are just going to mask the odor. Once that Febreze dries up, the original smell, the mold, the bacteria, whatever the case may be, is right back in your nose. Our product attacks at a molecular level, removes the front of the chain, the rear end of the chain, and kills the whole molecule together. After our scent has dried up, there's no more scent to be had. Our product not only doesn't smell, but we remove any other smells. Target markets, again, law enforcement. There are over 18,000 state and local law enforcement agencies. That's going to be one of our primary target markets. Another target market is the rental used car industry. Of the big boys, there are over 2 million cars in rental fleets, and they rotate around 70% a month, which is a massive market for us to get into. The funny thing about the rental car industry is you can almost have it ticking, screeching, whining. The motor could be vibrating, but if the daggum thing is clean and it looks pretty and it smells good, it's still going to continue to rent, much like the next industry, the used car industry. Used car industry, the stats are mechanically, and the mechanical aspect and the cosmetic aspect, which smells falls into, are tied neck and neck when a purchaser is on the lot looking at a used car as to what's most important in their mind. So if a car is pretty, it's shiny, and it smells good, it will or has the potential to be more decisive than if the motor's not running correctly, if it's whining, if it's shaking, it's vibrating, which I thought was astounding. And that concludes the presentation.